Most men treat the first 20 minutes of intimacy like a commute, something to rush through to get to the destination. And that is exactly why you are failing to give her the experience she actually craves. Here is the hard truth. If you go straight for the main event, you are biologically guaranteeing mediocrity. There is a specific neurochemical switch in the female nervous system that must be flipped before physical contact can reach its peak potential. If you ignore this, you're just another guy she eventually gets bored with. But if you master the 4 protocols I'm about to walk you through, you trigger a level of responsiveness where she completely loses control. We are talking about rewriting her neural pathways to associate your touch with her highest dopamine spikes. Now look, it's not your fault you do this. We've all been programmed by Hollywood and adult films to think intimacy is about 2 people ripping their clothes off and finishing in 3 minutes. That is not biology. That is bad directing. From a physiological standpoint, women require the deactivation of the amygdala, the brain's anxiety center, before their pleasure receptors fully activate. When you rush, her body stays in a state of sympathetic nervous system stress. You're trying to start a fire with wet wood. To get the reaction you want, we need to hack her anticipation. We are going to break down the specific techniques based on physiology, not gimmicks, that turn her body into a map she is begging you to explore. Protocol number 1, peripheral mapping. The biggest mistake men make is heading straight for the most intimate areas. Stop doing that. You need to utilize the slow teasing touch. Think of her body in zones. The lips and the pelvic region are zone 0. Do not touch zone 0 yet. Instead, trace your fingertips lightly along her arms, the back of her neck, her stomach, and specifically her inner thighs. Why does this work? It's called sensory gating. By stimulating the peripheral nerves without touching the sensitive spots, you create a dopamine gap. Her brain expects the touch to move to the sensitive area, and when it doesn't, her anticipation skyrockets. You are literally building tension by avoiding the obvious spots. Protocol number 2, the auditory loop. Intimacy isn't just tactile, it's psychological. You need to use the whisper. While you are engaging in that peripheral mapping, get close to her ear, which is a high-density nerve area, and tell her exactly what you are going to do to her later. This works twofold. 1, the breath on the ear is a physical trigger. 2, women are highly responsive to contextual desire. When you verbalize your intent, you force her brain to visualize the act before it happens. You are activating her imagination, which is the most powerful sexual organ she has. Combine this with confident verbal direction. A simple command like, "Don't move," or "Look at me," signals dominance and control, allowing her to relax and surrender to the experience. Protocol number 3, strategic restraint. This is the controversial one. This is the one most men are afraid to do because they think it kills the mood. It actually amplifies it. When the momentum is building, when you are kissing deeply or stimulating a sensitive area, stop. Pull back, look her in the eyes. Let your hand hover just an inch above her skin. This is intermittent reinforcement. In behavioral psychology, this is the most addictive form of conditioning. By momentarily withholding the pleasure she wants, you create a spike in craving. It signals that you are in total control of your own impulses, which is incredibly attractive, and it makes the eventual release exponentially more intense. Do not be afraid to make her wait. Protocol number 4, the compound effect. This brings everything together, specifically regarding oral stimulation and the neglected zones. Most guys find one spot, rub it for 30 seconds, and move on. Wrong. You need to treat areas like the neck, the collarbone, and the chest as recurring themes. Start at the neck, move down, then, and this is key, return to the neck. When you perform oral stimulation, do not rush. Start slow, build a rhythm, and pay attention to the biofeedback. If her hips lift or her breathing changes, do not change what you are doing. Men often think, she likes this, so I should go faster. No, if she likes it, keep doing exactly that. Consistency allows her to peak. Changing the rhythm forces her to reset. Here's your bonus tip. Eye contact. During the most intense moments, keep your eyes open and lock onto hers. It spikes oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which deepens the physical sensation for her. But here's the reality check. You can master all the foreplay techniques in the world, but if your own physiology fails you, if you can't maintain rigidity or your energy crashes halfway through, none of this matters. You need your blood flow and hormonal baseline optimized to actually execute this. You should watch this video next where I break down exactly how to fix your circulation and optimize your vitality so you can last long enough to use these techniques. Click here.